Today, for me at least, is a very important day, a glorious, monumental day for a Star Wars fan. Today is Friday, December 20th. It is the release date for Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker. Alright, I'm not going to get into the plot of this movie. If you guys felt the need to click on this video, then you already know what's up. What I do want to touch on before going to see the movie is the enormous risk that they took making this. The Last Jedi made a lot of money and was seen very favorable to a lot of the critics. That said, there were a few things that Rian Johnson, the writer-director of Last Jedi, did that was, controversial, whether you love them or hate them. It was so controversial, in fact, that you almost had to pick a side. When you were talking about Star Wars on the internet, which used to be the super pure, amazing thing, did you love it? Did you hate it? If you loved it, you have to sing its praises and put it up on a pedestal. If you hated it, then you have to swear off Star Wars for the rest of your life. Or you can be like me, who enjoyed parts and didn't enjoy others, and just be absolutely terrified to speak about it on the internet because you have no idea what your comment section is going to look like. You have no idea what kind of backlash is going to come on. It's ridiculous. And Disney, in association with Lucasfilm, they know that talking about Star Wars on the internet, talking about Star Wars amongst people, not even in the internet, they know that it has become a difficult, toxic place. So they brought back J.J. Abrams, the writer and director of Force Awakens, and they seek to repair the Star Wars fan base. Can they do it? Will it be amazing? Will it be awful? So I just got out and we have a lot to discuss when we get back to the house. This movie is a mixed bag. And the reason I say that is because I also feel like it's kind of three movies shoved into one. It's like J.J. Abrams had a lot of really, really cool ideas, but they weren't giving him a sequel, so he's like, I'll still do it. There is a lot to love about this movie. I think a good majority of this movie I love. Like I said, it's kind of three movies. Two of the three I really, really liked. This is some of the best action we have ever seen in Star Wars. Finn and Poe's relationship in this actually was very entertaining. I think Kylo Ren and his whole thing was actually very intriguing, and there's a couple of surprising fan service moments that were really good. Not all of the fan service works though. Some of it is so cool that you want to get up out of your chair and scream and cheer. And then some of it is so cheesy that you want to get up out of your chair and just walk away. I'm not going to go into what all of that is. This is going to be a completely spoiler-free review. If you would like to see a spoiler discussion where I go more into detail on the things that irritated me and the things that I really enjoyed, let me know in the comments below if that's something you would be interested in. This is definitely a movie that I would like to talk about. It's definitely one that I would see again. But like I said, not all of it I loved. The Palpatine stuff, I think Palpatine is super cool, and the things that he does in this movie are awesome. The reasoning for him being back is not. It's just weird and convoluted. But yet he does some really cool action and stuff like that. So it's still like, I don't know, it's a mixed bag. Also, honestly, I don't think that this is a spoiler. If you do, I'm sorry. They do reveal who Rey's parents are. I'm not gonna say who they are, because I do think that you should go see this movie and see it for yourself. That said, some people are gonna love it. Some people are gonna hate it. For me, it was weird. And just having seen it tonight for the first time, I'm still kind of processing it. And I applaud J.J. Abrams for doing it. I just don't know how I feel about it. To be honest, I think for most people, Rey's parentage is gonna be kind of the make it or break it for this movie. Which is why, because of the fact that I don't know how I feel about it, it's kind of, I don't really know how I feel about this movie. Not unlike how I felt about Last Jedi. This is one we're going to be talking about for a very long time. And I, once again, am not in the love it category, and I'm not in the hate it category. That being said, I still want to see this again. I don't hate all of it. Nor do I hate Star Wars. Just because this had a couple of missteps for me that didn't fully work does not mean that I'm not a Star Wars fan. The Mandalorian is one of the best shows I've watched in years. Rise of the Resistance is one of the greatest rides I've ever been on in my life. Galaxy's Edge is amazing. Jedi Fallen Order, amazing game. I am so excited for the future of Star Wars. Have you had a chance to see Star Wars Rise of Skywalker yet? Did you agree with me? Disagree with me? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, go ahead and subscribe down below for weekly adventures. Ring that little bell icon for notifications on every single episode. You guys have a great night.